Five, four, three, two, one.
Buenas motherfucking tardes, peeps.
Hola, ¿cómo está?
¿Cómo está, Leggy? Let me bring up Eddie. I think that's Eddie backstage. Let me bring him up. You open your camera, so I was able to see who it was. So let me bring Eddie up. Eddie! What's going on, Eddie? That's it. There you go. So Merry Christmas. What's going on? Vic Ferrari's in the building, as you
Hey,
can see, people.
Mr.
What's up,
Ferrer.
everybody in the chat?
hey,
Paul, Quick Vic, Crowfoot, Lovely, my bird farm, Ladybug, Bart Robinson, IR2, everybody. Thank you for coming by the journey. Uh, yeah, Leggy obviously here. Okay, what's up, everyone? What's going on? Merry Christmas, guys.
what's good? Merry
What is going
Christmas, man.
on?
It's a,
Yes, Feliz Navidad. 4 more days. Well, 5 technically, but 4 days. Yeah. Are you fatigued? Anybody fatigued? Have Christmas fatigue yet? What's going on,
Dude,
STO?
I just finished up my shopping today. I tell you what, I'm fucking done. I'm glad I'm fucking done.
I was just telling Vic that I'm fatigued. I'm happy it's coming, but I'm gonna be glad when it's over too. So it's been a little bit it's been taxing, and in my pockets and in my I'm just tired. I'm just tired of it. That's all good.
I I got a little fatigued in the intro. That I got a little fatigued
Yeah,
in.
I went a little long on the intro. I was like, that's an
I
oldie
was
but
like, man,
goodie.
is this still Christmas or is it Happy New Year now? I don't know.
I did I did a special Christmas intro there. So, yeah, but it went a little long, I guess. But don't you love that song though? That's from '86, believe it or not. I think it was
Wow.
'86. You remember that song? You guys remember that song, right? What the fuck? Am I
Of
the only
course,
old
yeah.
head? Okay, all right. Ellie Spike is in the building. What's going on, Ellie?
Spike's in the building, man. Hey, this would be a good time for my special holiday message that I asked Angel if I could get
Absolutely.
out today, and this is for my dear departed, all of our dear friend um, Kiwi. And I know this is supposed to be a celebration of Christmas. I just want to say, because Kiwi's not here to do it himself, Merry Christmas, Mike, and a fucked New Year from all of us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, hey, Fakey Jake, what's going on, Fakey? Me and Vic were talking backstage, and we were talking about my grandmother had a saying back in the day, and I still remember it. And I would always ask her, "Why do I went to so many funerals when I was a kid? I don't remember. I don't know why people were dying like flies, but the question was, why do all the good people always wind up passing away?" She would tell me, "Well, those people already have owners; they belong to somebody else." And for years, I thought about it, and I never really understood what she was saying. As I got older, I understood that those people belong to someone else, meaning that they're going to the dark side, and the good people. You know what I mean? So it makes a lot of sense when you think about it. So yeah, shout out to my grandma that passed out this year too. And I think that's for Christmas, so that's why a lot of people go through depression and go through the emotions through Christmas, because during the year probably they lost a person or two in their lives that they care about. So uh, I can understand it, I guess. You know what I mean? Yep. So what's up, guys? Hey, let me ask you guys. Y'all heard about the Hawk Tuah girl? You know who I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about. I know she's got herself in some hot water somehow.
Yeah. Well,
She might be going to
that
prison.
she might be going to prison. Exactly. Now, do you think I'm gonna play? I have something here I want to play for you guys. Do you guys think that she got influence? She got like, she's new to the game. She's new to the whole YouTubing and all, and social media and stuff like that. Do you think that she got it? She got involved with the wrong people or something?
Oh fuck yeah!
I think
Oh fuck
so.
yeah!
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I think somebody used her. I think somebody used her. I want to play this for you guys. That way we get to the. Let me play this so we can watch this. Hey, shout out to YouTube Cries and Lives. That was a hell of a live stream. a hell of a premiere, funny as all hell. So, and I'll be playing that soon. So
I'm
that's
not gonna
great.
lie. I was watching and it was quite funny, especially when I said, "Look," because I was tired of listening to him bicker, so I wanted to hear what Angeline had to say. So I was like, I want to
Yeah.
talk to her. I liked it when the lobster came out. That was in that little hat. That was funny. I fucking chuckled. I fucking
The editing is outstanding. Yeah,
fantastic fucking
yeah,
edited.
yeah.
Fantastic fucking
It's gonna
edited.
take every time he does something like that. I scratch my head and say, yeah, it's gonna take me a couple of years to catch up with that type of quality. But I'm trying. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. But so I'm gonna play this, and we're gonna talk about this a little bit because I think this is going to happen to a lot. I've been kind of looking around the internet, and a lot of people have gotten into hot water, not knowing what they're getting into when it comes to the YouTube stuff, social media, to Twitter, to Twitch, and all that shit. I think she's she's a big girl. I think greed, money, is a root of all evil, as they say. So I think she got greedy. But
Oh
let's
yeah,
see.
I mean, she tried to sue the fucking dude that made the video. I mean, come on now. I
Well,
mean,
you can tell she's a rookie because you can't sue. Well, what are you going to sue when it's out there? It's an opinion. It's actually factual.
well, it's like no, because the dude was like that dude that made that Hawk 2 video. She tried to
Mhm.
say she owned the term Hawk 2, and she
No,
owned the
no,
rights to that video and shit. Oh yeah, she's taking
yeah.
him to court and shit and everything for it.
Well, she could try, but she's not gonna get anywhere with that. So let's watch this. I'll speed by this so we can talk about this a little bit.
She's getting into the crypto game.
Okay, y'all, drop your Solana wallets. I'm giving out some meme coins for free. Coming to you December 4th.
She recently released a meme coin and it's going just about as well as you would expect.
Calling it a meme coin, it's really not. It's just always a scam coin.
Millions of people have lost thousands of dollars, law firms are getting involved, and CoffeeZilla has already gotten into a heated argument with the founders online and is exposing the potential insider trading behind the scenes.
This is one of the most...
I'm gonna be stopping this from time to time for the fair use. You guys ever invested in Bitcoin or any type of coin? Any of you guys?
No, but does anybody in chat know how like you establish a digital currency like Bitcoin or something? Like how do you establish it so that hey, we're gonna make this currency that's only digital, but it's worth this amount of money? Like
Yeah.
how do you get that sanctioned? Do we know?
Well, that's what's funny about I think she's very naive. She doesn't know. She thought this would work. This was obviously plotted, and they turned her into a Bitcoin. If that makes any sense. She was worth something in the Bitcoin world. So you'll see what. Let's play it so you can get a.
But before we continue with this, can I ask you something?
Why the fuck are you on?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. You guys find it fascinating that right now the two biggest celebrities in our country are this Hawk Tuah person who was talking about what we know she was talking about, and a guy that murdered somebody in the middle of the street in New York.
You see, I didn't even hear about that one. When did that happen?
The guy that he killed the CEO of United Health. Yeah, Luigi, whatever. Oh, you don't know about that? Oh, wow.
No.
How do you not
And the
know
people
about
are people were
didn't even
given
open up
1-star
YouTube.
reviews to. Yeah, people were given 1-star reviews to the McDonald's that ended up where he got caught because they said they ratted him out and the guy murdered somebody literally on the street.
Oh shit! I gotta
They
look
say-
into that. Yeah.
They see them people there saying, well, he was justified in doing it. All right. There's a fine line between fucking, just walking up and pulling a trigger on somebody that fucking doesn't.
Yeah. I mean that. Yeah. I guess that's subject. I guess it all depends with me. You know what I mean? I think all.
He is hot. I'll give him that. If you pull up his picture, Angel, he is hot. I mean, there's no
I'm
question.
good. I'm with it.
But
all right. Let's play this.
I've been tracing it on chain for a while. You guys generated over $1 million in fees while y'all's fans got rug pulled. There was snipers, but there was also insider trading directly linked to y'all's creator account. What are you guys doing?
But how exactly did this all start? I thought Haley Welch was a beloved all-American sweetheart with a heart of gold. But ever since she started her podcast in partnership with Jake Paul and his sports betting company, Better, it seems like it's all gone downhill.
Now, Jake Paul, obviously, he's been leading the charge in the Bitcoin thing for a couple of years now. I think it's all a scam, to tell you the truth. That's just my opinion. I don't see anybody winning from it. I'm looking around to see who's getting rich.
I mean,
Who the fuck is getting rich
Paul
off this?
just had
Nobody is. I don't see anybody really getting any money from Jake
Coffeezilla
Paul.
exposed Logan Paul and his crypto zoo currency.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if one of the Paul brothers came to me and said, "Hey, I have this idea for a cryptocurrency," I'd be like, "Nah, I'm all set. I'm all set."
Yeah. Yeah, you got to be careful out there. People are, naively thinking that this is a thing. It's really not. Do your homework, people. Do your due diligence.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Astro Show. And if you're new, welcome. Haley, the Hawk Tuah Welch. She was an overnight sensation that has been riding her meme fame for way longer than you would expect.
Oh, you gotta give him that Hawk Tuah and spend all that time. You get me?
But
You got to admit she's a cute girl. Very, like I said, very young. What, 22, 21, 22? I don't know. I think greed. I think she's old enough to know that. She's saying that she didn't know that her handlers did all that. She had no clue about it. It's hard to believe that she didn't know what was going on. So I don't believe that.
After the recent events, people are saying she's on her 14th out of her 15 minutes of fame. Haley really wasted no time turning her vitality into a business. First with merchandise, then with concert appearances, and she has also trademarked a bunch of new business ventures that have yet to come out. But everyone probably knows her now for the podcast sensation that is Hawk Tuah, the #3 podcast in America for some reason. She's had guests like Lana Del Rey to Kanye West and even Morbius. Well, obviously.
Well, where you go? Kanye has visited her podcast. There you go.
Well, you know what she was doing.
Yeah.
She was Hawk Tuah on something.
Yeah, I mean, listen. I think she could have did anything she wanted. Now with this hanging over her head, I think she's limited. You know what I mean? I don't think she's gonna make a lot of money unless she finds a way of giving that money back somehow and reimbursing people. That's the only way.
Yeah, she'll just come open an OnlyFans and sell fucking pictures of her fucking feet and still fucking.
That's a money
Yeah.
maker. No, don't shit on. You can't shit on that. That's a great money maker. They say. A lot of people are doing it. I don't know. That's up there and making ways of making money at home. You know what I mean?
I told my wife
not that I know anything of. Let me put a disclaimer out there. Not that I know anything about that. Is what I heard. Go ahead,
I told the wife today, I go, you just do an OnlyFans. I go, sell pictures of your feet, maybe an occasional bikini picture. She just looked at me and goes, not funny. She goes, and how do you know what OnlyFans is? I was like, I don't. I go, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Hey, how about Diddy crypto? Is that a thing? That might be something good to look into and invest in.
Oh yeah.
I never. Don't invest in that. No, that sounds sketchy already.
Well, I always thought my buddy was crazy about the Bitcoin, though. Like, I really did think he was crazy with the Bitcoin years and years ago. Like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm mining for what's called Bitcoin. It's this digital. Like, I just thought he was crazy. Like, you know what I mean? And like years later, go down the line, this motherfucker went from living in fucking state housing to fucking owning a fucking like $500,000 house, owning 2 fucking cars, 4-wheeler. Like, you know what I mean? All because he had all this Bitcoin that he somehow come in possession with.
Yeah, I mean, it's out there. Obviously, my research, it's basically all of it. It's how do you cash in? That's what I was looking for. I kept Googling how do you cash in Bitcoin. It's this big fucking circle jerk. It's like
there's believe it or not, at one of the local pot shops, there's a Bitcoin machine, right? So you put money into it. However much money you raise gives you that percentage of a Bitcoin. Like, you have to create an account or whatever through like the thing, but like you do it and you can keep buying Bitcoin that way, and you can also cash it out, sell it back, and cash out.
Right. Well, with this, see, it's different. Well, let me play this, and you'll see what I'm saying. See, I think, like I said, I think somebody used her, and the only way to really get back into the people's good graces, because the Hawk Tuah thing was pretty genius if you think about it. You know what I mean? It's top 3 podcasts out there, so she has to give that money back. That's my point.
Not, but the majority of her podcast popularity comes from people either memeing or making jokes about how life-changing the podcast is. Because realistically, if you listen to more than 5 minutes, you can tell that it isn't the greatest.
Hawk Tuah. Hawk Tuah. Hawk Tuah. Say it aggressive. Like Hawk Tuah. Have you ever had to shit in a man's house? Yeah, I just shit. I don't even try to hide it. Okay.
Oh, but I forgot to mention who's funding this podcast venture. None other than Jake Paul. He's hosting the Talk Tuah podcast on his Better network. And Better is the sports betting website that he co-owns with Joey Levy. Sports betting and fantasy betting isn't.
I can't stand that fucking guy. I can't stand none of the Pauls. I think they're rich, spoiled fucking brats that came in with money. I think they're spoiled kids. I don't think they worked a day of their fucking lives. So that's my take on it. But I don't shit on the fact they're making money and on this thing that we call social media and all that. But that's all good. But I think they're a little spoiled. Go ahead.
I mean, they fuck, man. They went from being fucking snotty-nosed fucking kids to fucking millionaires by the time they were 18, you know? What the fuck are you gonna do when you're fucking that age and you got millions and millions of dollars and just fucking, fucking women of all ages throwing themselves at them?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not hating on that. It's that not. It's think
the
about
fuckeries that they do, like the mockeries, like Jake Paul's making out of boxing.
Right.
Like, if he wants to be a real fighter, let him fight some real fucking dudes, not these old retired guys, these old MMA guys, not fucking basketball players, influence, like some real fucking competition.
When you work for it, when you work and sweat for it, you know what I mean, all your life, and
like I swear, like if he winds up getting a title shot,
and
like
somehow and somehow you become a millionaire off the sweat and blood that you know what I mean. So yes, I don't think you gag people and scam people into Bitcoin. They're rich already, like I said. You know, they're silver spoon thing. So what they do? What did they do? They come up with this fucking scams, fighting old fighters and shit like that. And that's my take on them. Those two, you know what I mean? They're out there.
The only Paul I like is Paul Morrison. That's the only Paul I support.
Shout out to motherfucking
Paul Morrison.
Damn it. All right.
Isn't that bad, right? Well, not if it's better. Because this app has had nothing but bad press for the past few years. These are some of the things that people are saying about Better online. Stay away from Better Sportsbook. Scammers. Better won't pay out. Better changing predictions after I entered. Do not use Better online. It is a scam. Anyone else's account closed after winning big? And he shows that he won 3.4K and then Better closed his account. And if you live in Florida, you can't even use the app because they ceased operations. I don't know how I would feel about being sponsored by an alleged scam sports betting site.
Well, turns out it gets even better. Better Picks is offering a deposit match up to $200 and a free pick for all new users. So basically, if you put like $200 in, they match it. That's $400 right there. If you haven't downloaded Better and started playing yet, do it right now and get your deposit match. Throw that thing in the lineup and let's get a ton of money this NFL season.
Every single one of her videos has a Better Picks sponsorship. This was actually going to be the main focus of the video today.
Jake Paul is raking it in, using this girl, like he uses Mike Tyson and Mayweather and all the other fighters.
Jake Paul, Better, and Hawk Tuah. That is until I went onto Twitter recently and noticed that Hawk Tuah was trending. With a constant acceleration in fame, Haley decided to do what most influencers do for a get-rich-quick scheme, and she decided to launch a meme coin. A meme coin, kind of like Logan Paul's Dink Doink, a coin that plummeted 97% after launch.
It's my favorite one, to be honest. Dink Doink is so much more than a meme coin. It's a multimedia coin. Cartoon meets crypto. It's a blockchain, baby.
Now she's following in Logan Paul's footsteps and promoting her own meme coin.
Okay, y'all, drop your Solana wallets. I'm giving out some meme coins for free. Coming to you December 4th.
Launching December 4th, 5 p.m. Eastern.
Today's launch day. Woot woot. Hi, TMZ. Say hi.
So what happened? What I understand is that you can tell when it's a scam when the owner of the Bitcoin sells within a couple of days. I mean, just sells all their Bitcoins. You know what I mean? That's when the fix is in. So if that makes any sense to anybody.
Hello to my community. My Hawk meme coin is live.
Sorry.
This game, you're not ready.
All right.
The Hawk coin launched, and like most rug pulls, it rapidly reached a market cap of over 500 mil within minutes, only to rapidly decline 95% within the first 5 minutes.
What's up, Haley? Hawk Tuah girls.
So you see what just happened?
Wow.
When it was at the highest, the owner of that Bitcoin sold it all. It went basically down to nothing. So it left the people, wondering what the fuck just happened. You know what I mean? So the people that buy in, they lose their money. It's a fucking scam at the end of the day.
So I just bought your token, and I'm down about like $20,000 right now. I'll flip it around real quick. We can take a look at this chart. So as you can see right here, I bought the token here around like $500 million market cap, and right now it's sitting at like 70 mil. And so I was just wondering if I could get like a refund for this, or like what the fuck is going on here, because I don't know. This is a really
I don't need to laugh at it.
So it's like an instant pyramid scheme.
Exactly.
It's like an instant pyramid scheme. Like in the old days, I mean, it would take months and months and years to do this. Now you just, what was that guy in New York that scammed everybody out of those millions, and then he went to prison? It took him years to do that.
What was his name? I forgot his name.
What was that guy's name? I can't think of his name, but somebody will know. I think the owner of the Mets got scammed too, but now you do it in like 5 seconds. So
yeah, when you look at this graph, look, he bought at the top, right? I mean, within what? Look at the decline on that. You know what I mean? So obviously the red flags are there.
Looking the best, and I kind of bought because I thought that you were going to provide a lot of utility and stuff, and this bubble maps is the most egregious
Bernie
thing I've
Madoff,
ever
that's
seen
it.
in my life, and so I was just
Madoff.
wondering like what we're gonna do about this, and
he made off with all the cash, man.
So if you could just let me and everybody else know, that would be super chill.
Who could have seen this coming? Definitely not Haley, somebody who probably just got involved for a big amount of money in exchange to use her likeness and popularity to shill a coin. So what happened?
And that's what happened. They used her likeness and her popularity was a Hawk Tuah thing. People liked her automatically. She's a country girl. She's a draw. You know what I mean? She's a pretty girl, and the people behind her. The excuses are fucking funny as hell. The money's coming. The money's in the mail. The checks in the mail type.
It's in the mail.
Yeah, it's really funny.
Well, first you can see, according to this bubble maps, that 96% of the token holders are people who were directly involved in the coin. And they were the ones who allegedly pre-sold their coin before the launch had even begun. Then there is what people are calling the fee scam. Once the token goes live, in order to stop people from selling...
check out this comment. He says, Angel.
That's what I'm laughing at.
That's what happened, Sam. You got it, Sam.
Jesus, Sam had me wondering for a second. When they asked if I was in Bangor and the tenders, I forgot I had posted fucking a picture of my food today on fucking YouTube. So I was like, oh shit, were they in Gagan's when I was at Gagan's today? I was like, oh shit.
Well, let's play a little bit more of this when we get to it.
Their tokens right off the bat. There's a high fee.
The fee scam, okay? When this launched, they had 15% fees on trading. They said that this was to stop snipers. But basically what this means, and because the team now blames snipers for a lot of this rug pull, but what it means is they benefited the entire way. You can see in 24 hours, they made almost $2 million from this fee. Meanwhile, on Deck Screener, you can see the sniper, which is the #1 trader on this coin. They made about $1.3 million in their total profits and loss. So they actually made less in total profits, this sniper that ruined the project, than the team made on fee.
This guy right here, the one talking, I think that's that Godzilla or something like that. Yeah, if you're out there fucking doing some fuckery, he's gonna and he gets word of it, you're fucked. This guy, he's like a pit bull.
After all this happened, Haley quickly posted this onto her page to do damage control, and it's a copy and paste from what her team told her to say. Team hasn't sold one token, and not one KOL was given one free token. We tried to stop snipers as best we could through high fees in the start of the launch. Fees have now been dropped. To which was community noted and said the quote team and insiders have actually been selling their tokens since launch. A majority have never purchased anything and have only sold the tokens they were given. Haley is lying and will likely have to talk to a judge about this.
Did you hear what he said? He's gonna be, there's trouble ahead. All right.
$1
million in fees.
Trouble ahead for all of us,
Fans
man.
got rug pulled. There was snipers, but there was also insider trading directly linked to y'all's creator account. What are you guys doing?
There's so many expenses. Who makes the money on the fees? Someone?
Now he's questioning the manager, the Hawk Tuah girl's manager, about where's the money. And this guy, he's he's looking for any excuse. So it's kind of funny the way they try to get out of it with fancy wording, and this guy he's just fucking drilling them.
Just made over $1 million on fees. Who made it?
First of all, the fees were there with Meteor Pools, and that goes to, yes, the creator, right?
Which is who? Who does that own? Who does that belong to?
That belongs to the project.
Who's the project? Who is the project?
Well, the project is over here, Haley Welch, right? And
how much does Haley Welch own?
This is Haley Welch's project.
So she owns all of it.
CoffeeZilla.
I'm just trying to figure out
Do you know how much it costs for lawyer fees to create a foundation in the Cayman Islands, to hire directors? You think this stuff pays for itself? You know, this is how you run a
Cayman
project
Islands?
forever. Is you have to fund that. 2 days like.
So who made the money? You haven't answered the question.
Great,
Who made
man.
money? How much did Haley Welch make of that million, 1.8 million?
It's a foundation that is running this project.
It's a foundation.
He won't answer the question. How much did the fucking girl made? Answer the question. How much did the Hawk Tuah girl made? That could he'll never answer.
He owns zero of the foundation.
So y'all made the money?
No, I don't own the foundation either. A foundation.
Brother, who profited?
Foundation owns the foundation.
A foundation that pays people out. And by the way, CoffeeZilla, I'm not asking you, questions that are irrelevant to the most important stuff that you said.
After all that, he got muted and left the event. But others like FaZe Banks even chimed in, co-signing exactly what CoffeeZilla's concerns were.
Oh my god!
Talk to you directly. At the end of the day, your name was the poster child for the token. The whole Hawk Tuah meme is used to like market it and launch it. At the end of the day, when CoffeeZilla makes a video about this, you're going to be in the thumbnail. Your name's going to be in the title. So what?
All right, we'll leave it there. Now, my thing is with this. My problem is that girl has not. Her podcast is number 3 in the country, and she still hasn't paid not one dime back. So, does she get a pass? Somehow, am I missing something? Why are not people?
I will tell you this, Angel. Yeah. I'll throw my opinion out there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think she'll get a pass, but I think if she turns over state evidence or evidence to the federal government, they might slap her on the wrist.
I mean, not a lot of people invested, but if those people do decide to get together and sue, I think she'll get in trouble. But does she lose any fame? Does she lose any stride in this thing that we call YouTube?
She gains fame. She gains fame.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think so. I mean, I for one really had no idea what was going on, and now I do. And I'm not saying what they did was right, but I am going to say buyer beware, meaning if someone named Hawk Tuah girl says, "Oh, trust me, Jake Paul and whoever else they said, Yayo or whatever that guy's name is, are backing my product, come aboard." I don't know. You might want to think twice about that. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean,
these scams don't work. These scams don't work if people aren't greedy. It's like the pyramid stuff, right? If people aren't greedy, these things don't work. They prey on people's greed and just lack of morality, and then they get burned. So I don't have a lot of sympathy for the people. I don't think it's right, but I don't have a lot of sympathy for them. But
those
quick money I'm such a sympathetic guy.
Yeah, but the quick money schemes never work. You know what I mean? If you want fast money, quick money, I think 50% of the time they're not going to work. You know what I mean? So
it's like the shell game, right? You get caught up in the shell game, and or and you lose your money. I'm supposed to feel sorry for you because you're trying. What's going on. I mean, that's my feel. Oh,
it's greed.
Oh, Marie Cook is here. My dear friend Marie, welcome.
Marie Cook, Merry Christmas, Marie. Good to see you, sweetie. But it's at the end of the day, it's greed. You know what I mean? That's what gets people into hot water. You know what I mean? What's enough? A couple having millions in a bank like the Pauls already do. And they need to do things like that instead of investing maybe in real estate or doing good things. With their money, they scheme people into getting money. Listen, fighting old fighters, they're going to be known for what? For great podcasters. I give you that. Great entertainment. But as far investing money with those people. Come on, man. Come on.
Right,
That's your fault if you think, well, if you buy into give me $1 million, I'm gonna make you 3 million in a year, and you buy into that bullshit. That's really up to you. That's your fault. Yeah. Good to see you, Marie.
I would trusted Nairobi. I trusted Nairobi princes before I trust these guys. You know, the Nigerian or whatever those guys are that say put $1,000 and you'll get millions. It's probably got a better chance of that happening than whatever these guys are up to.
For sure. You got to be careful, man. People, I don't know. People are really they don't do their due diligence, and they're too quick to hand over money, and then they're crying about it on you. Fucking. That's what makes it funny to me. I don't like to laugh at people's misery, but sometimes I just can't help it. You know what I mean? It's like the dude's asking him, who's making money? And the dude can't answer the question. Oh, it's a foundation. The Cayman Islands. Shut the fuck up. You got the money? You got the money in your pocket. So yeah.
Basically, what he said there was, do you guys understand the cost, the sunken cost in setting up a scam? That's what he told the guy. The guy was like, where'd all this money go? Hey, you know how expensive it is to set up a scam like this?
That's a fact.
I think that the guy that was talking is probably the one that's going to be taking the fall for everything.
At the end of the day, that's what I'm thinking. She's not gonna get a hit. She's gonna probably flip, like Eddie was saying, and at the end of the day, she won't miss a beat. You know what I mean? She'll be famous for the Hawk Tuah shit, and for flip. At the end of the day, she's gonna have to flip because this is serious. This is a federal crime, I think. So somebody has to.
This is the reason why I don't invest in coins.
It's a gamble.
Digital coins.
It's too new for me. I don't know. It's not like
I'll invest in your money
in stock market and stuff like that. We all know about that stuff. But the Bitcoin on the coin thing is too new for me. You know what I mean? For me anyway. There's a lot of downfalls I hear. So yeah. Hey Marie. Sending many beginning call usually. Good to see you, Marie. Good to see you, City. I don't know if she wants to come up and say hi. Let's see. See if you want to come up, Marie. Say hi to the peeps. I hope you're doing well. Eddie, you're going live in a few too, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see. You know what? Let's play. I have something else in mind, but you know what? Fuck it. Let's play because Eddie's gonna go live. I'm gonna go live again probably Sunday.
20 pounds
morning.
Just got 20 pounds from Google. Great job, Paul. Great job.
Just got 20 pounds from Google. All right, let's play. I don't know who missed the YouTube Cries and Liars, but I'll play some of it here, and then you guys can go and rewatch it over there. I'll send out the link.
Watch me watch it over there.
I mean, my bad. Watch me watch it over there. Yeah. But by the way, that's why I started kind of late. YouTube Cars and Liars, he came into the chat and he asked me, can you go a little late because he had his premiere. It was a great premiere, man. It's he never fails to to deliver, bro. So you all, I guess you guys know Jeff. I think Vic.
I know of him.
Jeff. You know of him exactly.
Yeah, I know him. Yeah.
I think, in my opinion, and obviously this is opinion based. I think his anger, it's what he has to work. Oh, we have Marie backstage. Let me see. I think his anger. If he gets control of his fucking anger, I think he flips out too much on his guests and stuff like that, especially on his guests. If the channels that flip out on their guests usually don't have a lot of guests. You know what I mean? That's what I've noticed. But that's up to him though. Let's see. Marie, what's going on? Marie. I think she has her camera on. Okay, Marie, you got your camera on, by the way. You might want to shut that down. All right, let her try to. All right, let her try to fix that, and then I'll bring her back. Her camera's on anyway. I don't want to bring her up with her camera on. All right, so like I'm saying, I think he just has an anger issue.
Just turn off your camera, Marie.
Yeah, why you can run your channel how you want, Vic. And we've talked about this. You can do whatever the fuck you want with your channel. You can act like you want, and all that. It's kind of crazy to see him kind of spurg out sometimes. It's funny. It makes for great content. I'm not complaining because I'm going to cover it. Obviously, a lot of people are going to cover it and just laugh about it. But I think he has an anger issue. But let's watch a little bit of our YouTube cards.
You struggle with anger. So many people struggle with anger, and what I do is I help my patients, one, see it as a problem, because if you explode, you are pushing everybody away from you.
Are you really mad?
Why are you doing this right now? Oh, are you really gonna do this right now? Seriously?
Unreal. This can't be real. This can't be my life. This absolutely cannot be my life right now.
Patients who have bipolar disorder, they're not responsible for what they do when they're manic, but they are responsible for whether they did everything they could to prevent becoming manic in the first place. Like literally in the textbook of abusers, they try to disempower you.
I don't know. I plan to ignore any recommendation that Lars gave. Oh, we got Angeline. Oh, fun. Oh, Anna. Nice water.
Now, this girl has a very sweet voice. I don't know if she's if this is her real voice. I can't tell. I will have to say it is because anytime I've seen this young lady come on panels, she talks very baby-like. She has like a little baby voice. Yeah. So let's play. You see what I'm saying?
Fall back.
So you know what Jeff lost me, bro. Before you continue with this,
the Satanist
is Well, yeah. Well, no, I'm good with that. No, that I was going because I had found him through someone else, and I was going over to on his panel and to his channel before this community even knew who he was, right? And I'm not saying that makes me important or anything, but then I reached out to him because we were talking about I wanted to talk with Mike, and I was like, hey, bro, since you're cool with Mike. Could you set up that we have not a debate, just a discussion between Mike and I, right? He's like, oh, yeah, I'll reach out to Mike. And the next thing I hear, he goes on his channel and says that, Vic wants to have a thing with Mike, and if people donate a certain amount of money, I'll set it up.
Oh, yeah.
That's what lost me. I was like, fuck you, man. I mean, I'm not the Hawk Tuah girl or whatever the fuck. I'm not here to make you money, especially if he would have told me that, I might have felt a little different. But to say, oh yeah, okay, I'll talk with Mike. Maybe we could do that. That'd be cool. And then to go on and say, yeah, if you guys want to see that, donate to me and I'll do it. Man, fuck
you can't monetize every fucking thing. You can't monetize. Oh, if you want to troll Vic Ferrari, you got to give me $50. You can't monetize everything. It's okay to make money, and I don't watch people's pockets. If you can make $1 here and there, hey, good for you. But you can't monetize everything. Something that you can have for free somewhere else. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's a little bit of.
Oh, and by the way, Angel, I just sent the cash app for having me on today, man. I appreciate it.
I appreciate that. I need that. It's been a rough Christmas. All right, let's go.
What's up?
Hey, how's it going? It reminds me of a joke. I watched a movie earlier. The guy was like, "You ever see the backside of water?" He's like, "What? You ever see the backside of water?" They're going underneath a waterfall. It's like, look at the backside of water. I was just like, there's a waterfall behind you.
Oh yeah, the backside of water.
It's like, look at the backside of water.
Yeah, it's a cool.
Yeah, I got a picture of me in the backside. I've seen the backside. I've seen the.
You know what? That's a great joke, there. But she's a pretty lady. Now that I look at it, she's a pretty lady. She's a pretty lady. Yeah.
Backside. I've seen the backside.
I've seen the backside of. I don't know why. Welcome.
Hi. Happening in the body and stuff, so that you and
all right, my bad, guys. I got Marie cooking. Marie, turn your camera off. I think your camera's on. Let me bring her. Oh shit! Let me put the banner up just in case. Okay, now she got it. Marie Cook is in the building. Or maybe she's not. Marie. Marie. I think she's having trouble. Oh. It'd have been a treat. Keep trying, Marie. Keep trying.
You're teasing me, man. You guys are teasing me with Marie, man.
Keep trying, sweetie. She'll get it. All right. We'll watch this while she does that. All right.
And I like that because I think it's almost more your body and all that stuff. So
Yeah, no, that's a good point. That bring more connections to things. That's awesome. That's awesome. Never thought about that. Or there's an area there. Yeah, that's fun. That's fun because that brings the science people into it, not just the hippies.
I think
Very
our
cool.
bodies create a lot of medicine and stuff too. So if we can like figure out how do we help our bodies produce that stuff, it's really interesting.
What are some of the tips that helped you? I'm looking at it now.
Something that's reward.
Is it annoying, flaky? Is it? Yeah, I think it could be annoying, a little bit annoying, a little bit. I guess. Yeah, I'm trying to figure the voice out. I'm like, do I like that type of? I don't know. I don't know. But I guess that's the way she talks. I'm not sure. Let's try Marie Cook one more time. Marie Cook, turn your camera off, Marie. Or let me bring her up first. Marie, Miss Cook. She's having trouble with her mic. How about you try a different device, Marie? I think it's your device. It's got to be your device. All right. All right. Let me kick her again. And yeah, her voice can be a little. I think that it's kind of cute to a certain extent, right? It's like, all right, maybe 5 minutes of it, and then afterwards, okay, woman up, put your big girl panties on, and let's talk right.
Rewarding or brings pleasure or joy or whatever. And then the things that you want to knock off, I don't know. I still have to get into it more, but starts out cool. Yep, for sure.
I can imagine like a big event, like a car accident, like somehow rewiring your functions in a bit, kind of like a shock, and that opens up something in a way. Like I don't know, it's like a mechanism. Like how they have like in Deadpool, how it takes you to that one area to unlock your superpower. You have to go to that area where like you never got before to unlock your superpower. And Deadpool is one of those characters who's able to do that. But that's crazy. That people have to have these events in order to.
And by the way, this guy really talks that fast. By the way, no, he doesn't. I'm only kidding. I've never seen that before.
He looks like Tiger Woods, whoever the hell he is.
Yeah, he does.
Thank you so much, Kitty.
We got a Tiger Woods lookalike. Yeah.
Suggesting to hit the like button, subscribe, the donations.
Definitely subscribe. It's like a stream of 800.
Shout out, yeah.
All
Shout
that
out.
cool stuff.
What a
Slaying
beautiful
the
day.
demons.
Probably
Slaying
has
the demons.
crystals.
No, Marie, your mic is not working. Your mic. Yeah, try it again. Try it with a different device, if anything. All right, let's go.
Of success. Success crystals.
Jeff, are you
No.
the Demon Slayer? Someone's channel? I like those topics.
Let me ask the gentleman on panel. Do you like women that speak in this way? With a little baby voice? No comments? No
Not particularly.
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, not. I don't seek it out, but she doesn't seem. But she doesn't seem that. I've heard a lot worse voices.
I've heard worse
than
too.
this.
How about you, Eddie?
You know.
I'd rather hear that voice than hear.
Yeah,
that's true. You don't want to
I'll
hear.
agree with that.
I don't want to hear a woman that look like, say, there's a few women on YouTube that sound like me, for example.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good
I'd
point.
rather hear that.
She still has a more masculine voice than Hand Banana. I would say that she's probably an octave or two.
Liberace, yeah, she sounds better than Liberace.
I don't know if the demons ever get slain. I think you just manage them. You keep them at bay. You control them.
I don't like calling anything a demon. Who outside of them is coming in and taking control. Where, as you probably know, in the mental health studying realm, that it's not demons. It's probably something.
Yeah, it's not really outside.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not sure it's so much the voice of the person as opposed to what they're saying. Like, 'cause I think her voice in some ways is similar to Liliana's, right?
Okay.
But Liliana speaks of a much more more eloquent and as much comes across as being much more intelligent. I don't know this person at all. Maybe it's just part of the gimmick. I don't know. But I think, when Liliana speaks, even though there's a little bit of that in her voice, the subject matter is a little deeper.
Yeah, I agree. Shout out to Liliana. I haven't seen her in a while. I think she's taking care of Christmas stuff or something. I haven't seen her. She hasn't gone live in a little bit. Marie, what's going on, Marie?
And Julia too. Yeah.
Julia also. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Marie, you good, Marie? Ah, shit. All right, keep trying, Marie. I'll keep bringing you up. She's having troubles. You know how it is. She hasn't been on panel for a while, so she'll figure it out. She got to unmute herself or something.
Boast like that and say, well, there's a demon out there, blah, blah, blah. And then someone will read that in a book and believe it. That's pretty amazing, the power of a book.
The power of a story.
Yeah, the power of a story, the power of the written word. Yeah.
My bed is like my workspace. So because
Whoa.
I think because I
Oh, look at the dude's face.
Yeah, all right. Things are starting to pick up.
he's a big horn dog up there. Look at him. He's like, oh
Yes.
my god.
Oh.
He's having all type of fantasies. Okay.
I have so many people.
If she
like,
says
where I
Hawk
get
Tuah, I'm
everything
leaving.
done. So I always make my bed really good so that I don't get it dirty. Because it just turns out, and then I'll have like one side of the bed, and then I'll sleep on the other side of the bed.
Oh, lives in her hobbies.
Because I usually go to sleep, and then I'll wake up and my brain is like, "Wah!" So then I'll be like,
oh wow.
She'll wake up with one of those like the glitter and stuff like in her hair and stuff.
Our story begins in a schoolyard. A little girl skipping rope with her friends.
And stuff like in her hair and stuff.
With what?
Like glitter and stuff like from your hobbies and stuff. All your
I will not use glitter on my bed. That
okay,
would be
I
like...
will not use glitter on my bed.
And then I went and got my master's. In
Oh my god!
Where I was teaching mental health.
Dude, this guy ruined
wow.
any porn that I ever watched when I was younger. Okay,
jeez.
and I can admit to that. I don't give a fuck. He ruined
Wow.
Listen, he ruined any type of porn. I don't know who could watch a porn with this guy in it. Does everybody know who this guy is? Right? Jeremy, what's his name?
Yeah, Ron Jeremy.
Ron Jeremy.
Yeah,
Yes.
Ron
Oh my
Jeremy.
god. He's such a
the hedgehog or something they called him.
Jesus
The dirty fucking bastard.
He's a dirty fucking bastard, man.
Hey, Angel, I'm gonna drop down. Like I said, I'm gonna be over on Eddie's here in a little bit, but I just want to thank you, man, for having me up here as always, and I wish everybody a happy holidays, man. Whatever you celebrate or don't celebrate, I don't care. Just celebrate and celebrate it with family and friends and people you love, man, because
absolutely,
time is short and time is running out, man. And I love you all out there, no matter who's out there listening and how much nonsense we talk, man. I love you all. And like I said, just have a happy holiday, be safe, hug someone you love today, man, and just appreciate life. Thank you, Angel. I love you, man. Eddie, I'll see you in about 20 minutes, man. Yeah, much love.
No, he just went right out. Thank you to Rick Ferrari, man. I appreciate him. Oh, I just wanted to thank him for. I started back in I think it was last December. Back up. I started this channel back up again, and I think without Vic Ferrari guiding me through the first at least 6 months of this journey, I think I probably wouldn't have came back. So I just want to thank him for that, and just to wish him a great Christmas and holidays, and to tell you I love you, my brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Eddie, are you gonna start up? I'm just gonna finish this video, and after this video, I'll probably just unless anybody comes up, I'll probably just log off.
All right. Well, you gonna come over in the chat and hang out?
Yeah, I'll go over. I'll go over there. Yeah, if you're still on, I'll still go over there for sure. Thank you, Eddie. I appreciate you, man.
What I'll do, Angel, is after he's done with his story, I'll open the panel and you can even come up.
All right, great stuff. Absolutely, Eddie. Thank you so much, man.
All right, I'll see you later, bro.
Okay, take care. All right, guys. So I'll drop the link. If anybody wants to join me, you can join me. And I'll play this while that. All right.
That
Okay,
would
yeah.
be like,
How would I use glitter on
no.
my bed?
Yeah, that's usually what it is. Occasionally some clothes.
Classic, classic.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. See, I couldn't do that. That's funny.
I know that with my chaos. Well, a little bit.
If I put somewhere safe so that I don't lose it or I want to take care of it, that's when I lose it. Like that's when I'll never find it again.
Yeah, you kept it safe from you.
Yeah, pretty
That's
much.
funny. No, yeah. No, I did that once with like a family. It was a family turkey cutter that my family had passed down. I kept it in a really nice, safe spot. And when we moved, I was like, holy crap, I think I forgot that turkey cutter in that really nice, safe spot. So the next family will find it one day.
When they move in.
Yeah. They're cleaning. Like, what is
Hey, don't be shy to drop your guys' links. Anybody got a link, just drop it, all right?
this turkey cutter doing back in this nook? It's like it's a good safe spot for it. Trust me, it'll never get broken and never get used, and it'll be there for the rest of its life. That's something else. That is something else. Well, thanks for sharing that.
5 minutes later.
Say this one thing. That's ridiculous. That's like a retarded conspiracy theory. That's not how science works. You can't pay off that amount of people across that amount of time. What would be the point? Who would have the money and the motivation to pay all these people to say that the Earth's core is magma when it's not? Like that's like something out of not even science fiction. That would make even a bad science fiction novel.
To me, it's strange that a pharmaceutical, well, a science, I'm trying to keep this as clear as possible. A company would design a product to make people happy, even though it's to make people happy, but the actual side effects are more negative. And why they do it is one, it makes people happy for the money. There's no actual health benefit to this. One of the perfect examples is the blue pill for men, right? That's just to make men happy. There's no societal benefit to that. It's just to make men happy.
It does work. Every individual body is different, so it's not going to work the same on all bodies in all cases. But for the most part,
well, I think
like I've gotten vaccines my whole life and booster shots and all that, and I haven't caught.
Now I don't know where the now I'm gonna find out where the argument started, because when I was over at YouTube from Cries or Liars, I try not to listen but watch at the same time if it makes any sense, so I can actually react to it on my channel. But I want to know what set off the whole spurging this time around. It's different every time, so I guess we'll find out.
Any of the diseases I was vaccinated for, they worked. I didn't catch measles. I didn't catch mumps. I didn't catch tetanus. I didn't catch polio.
You may get strikes on this channel for saying some of that stuff, just to give you a warning. You may get strikes on this channel for saying some of that stuff, just to give you a warning. You may get strikes on this channel for saying some of that stuff, just to give you a warning.
Right, but there's books on everything. I'm more interested in the science behind the books and how it matches up to the existing science that says there is a core.
Hey, we got a special. My buddy from across the pond is here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They changed this again back here, so I'm a little slow with it. All right, there we go. Okay, we have Sir Paul Morrison in the building.
Hey mate, how you doing?
How you doing, buddy? Merry Christmas, mate.
Merry Christmas to you. Yeah, you sounded more Australian then.
Well, that's a little secret. No, I'm only kidding. That's one of the places I do want to visit is Australia. The only thing that freaks me about Australia is the insect population is triple and double the size of a regular insect. You know what I mean? So
yeah, and they've got some of the worst animals that bite you and poison venomous things.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a place I want to go, but I don't think I've got time now.
I know. I heard, man. How you feeling right now? How you doing?
Up and down, mate. Up and down, but
Up and down.
Nothing can change it, can it?
Yeah. But you just gotta listen. If anything, during my journey, laughter has always been a cure. Not a cure, but a distraction from the
I
reality
get it.
of life.
I do get it, but sometimes the thing is, I've got to look. Here's if I don't have it,
Yeah.
as the doctor said on the letter, it's sudden death.
Oh shit, man, that's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Try
I'm
not
not
to
bringing
think
the
about it.
panel down. Sorry, I'm not.
Oh
Bringing
no, we're gonna have fun regardless, bro. I'm glad you're here. Yeah,
Yeah.
you always come up, and I appreciate you, my brother. And before anything ever happens, I just want to tell you, you're a good guy. Always been a decent to me. You're well respected in this community. So, and we're all pulling for you. I'm sure that we're all praying that everything go well with you, Paul.
Oh yeah, so am I, mate. Because I'd be brown bread.
Yeah. Shout out to Barbara Knight. Yeah.
Hey, Barbara.
So let's laugh at this a little bit.
More interested in changing the topic because we're not moving forward at all. We're just talking semantics.
I don't think it's semantics at all. I'm interested in the distrust of science, like the psychological phenomena of people that distrust science for reasons that I can't understand.
You may get strikes on this.
All right, let me try Marie again. Let me give her a link again. Maybe she can get it to work.
She's having problems with her PC.
Yeah. I think it's her mic. Her camera works fine, but I think it could be her mic. Let's see if she can work it.
Channel for saying some of that stuff just to give you a warning.
But I don't think it's an unproductive topic. So I'm not alone in this sentence.
Well, I did say that there was a financial incentive, right? You discredited that.
I didn't say anything about finance at all.
Well,
I didn't bring money into it one time.
I said that the science be influenced by money. And you're like, well,
like every science across the world for the decades are all getting paid money to say this one thing. That's ridiculous. That's like a retarded conspiracy theory. That's not how science works. You can't pay off that amount of people across that amount of time. What would be the point? Who would have the money and the motivation?
Would you say he's short-tempered, Paul? Would you if you had to describe Jeff when he spurts out that, is it that he has a short temper with people and is very quick to spur out with people? You would say?
Yeah, but that can be more can do with his condition. But he's very quick to upset.
So what you're saying, it's something to do with his autism.
Yeah, but also he should be old enough to control himself a little bit more.
Yeah, I would agree, especially with panelists and stuff like that. I give panelists a lot more leeway than I do the chat. You know what I mean? Because you got to keep your cool at times and not always flip out. But that's to each his own on that. But
yeah, your panel makes your channel, but you got to remember also it is your channel.
Yeah, it's your channel. You can do whatever you want. You can spur out on your panelists if you choose to. I guess yes, absolutely, you're right. Mm-hmm.
To pay all these people to say that the Earth's core is magma when it's not. Like that's like something out of not even science fiction. That would.
Hey, I want to say a special Merry Christmas to Kane. Thank you, Kane Catharsis. I appreciate it. I appreciate your kindness and your yes, thank you, my brother. I appreciate it. All right, let's continue.
Would make even a bad science fiction novel.
To me, it's strange that a pharmaceutical, I'm trying to keep this as TOS as possible. A company would design a product to make people happy, even though it's to make people happy, but the actual side effects are more negative. And why they do it is, one, it makes people happy for the money. There's no actual health benefit to this. One of the perfect examples is the blue pill for men, right? That's just to make men happy. There's no societal benefit to that. And it's just to make men happy. The benefits, the negative side effects outweigh the negative.
The one at the large.
I have a feeling we're not talking about the Earth's core anymore.
Well,
you're talking about Viagra.
No, well, Jeff, we went from the Earth core to disbelief of science and people like that, right? We went from disproving, like, hey, disbelieving science. I thought that's where we went.
Well, you were saying that you didn't think that the Earth's core was what they say it is.
No, you said the base.
Hey, another special person. Shout out to Hannah. Hope you're having a wonderful Christmas, Hannah. There go Marie Cook again. Let's try it, guys. Let's see what we can do with Marie. I'm gonna bring you up, Marie. Marie, Look where it says mic, and all you have to do is hit that button, and you should be good.
Marie, I think your mic may be
Can you
broken.
hear me?
There
Yeah, we
it
can
is.
hear you now.
There it
Yeah.
is. All right, now you got to do something about the camera. Your camera's up. Or
Yeah,
just
but I have a sticker over it. So you
okay, good. All right. You can just leave it like that. All right. Hey, how you doing, Marie? You finally got up here.
You know what? And this happened to me last time. I had to put my earbuds in. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah. How you doing? How you feeling, Marie?
I'm hanging in there.
Well, it's good to see you. It makes it for a better live stream today, especially with Christmas around. It's good to see you and Paul. He's going through it right now, and Vic Ferrari and stuff. So I really and Eddie obviously he was up here too. So I want to thank all of you guys for coming up today, especially you two. You know what I mean, Marie? You've been through a hell of a journey, and you're still here, just like me. So it's a pleasure just to be up here with you for sure.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I was telling Vic earlier, kind of rabbit holing again like we did last year, you know.
Yeah, as we always do, as we all do, for sure.
Well, I'm waiting on test results. And when I actually kind of know what's wrong, but just need a surgery date again.
Again? Okay. That'll be next year, though.
Well, I tried to get him to do it this year because I've already met my out of pocket on Medicare.
Yeah. Well, you got to call me. We got to talk about. We haven't talked in a minute. It's been a few months.
Yeah,
about a month. Yeah. Well, you can call me anytime this week. I'm already done my shopping. I'm not going back out there for nothing. I don't need to. If
Yeah,
anything,
because I need to send you this thing, and that I told you about.
Yeah, I just gotta send you my address, and you guys just figure out from your side. And yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I can't wait to get that thing. You know what I mean? I got a spot for it. So yeah. So let's continue watching the video. Let's laugh about it. If you want me to stop at any point, just ask me to, and I'll stop it. All right. This is YouTube and Cries, by the way. Yeah, I'll put the link back down again.
The basic psychology. We're talking about psychology now, Jeff. We changed the topic a long time ago.
No, this is all one topic. The topic is your psychology of not believing that what the scientists say is the Earth's core is actually the Earth's core. That's what started this whole thing.
Right. Yeah. This is a lot of people do this. I'm not the only person. There's flat earthers.
They're all dumb conspiracy theorists that don't.
You know what? I just found out that you know who Aaron Rodgers is. He's a famous NFL quarterback.
Yeah, I've heard of him. Yeah.
He's a flat earther. I didn't know. I was watching his documentary about his career in the NFL, and I didn't know he was a flat earther. Believe it or not, he believes that the Earth is flat. Yeah,
there's a couple of sports stars. There's more than a couple actually are flat earthers.
I mean, I look at it. I listen to it. It just doesn't make any sense to me. But you know, I want to give it some credibility and say maybe they're right, but I just don't see it.
The way to destroy a flat earther, honestly, is say, so why is the northern hemisphere stars different to the southern hemisphere stars?
I gotta write that down. Shit, whatever that means.
Well, the stars. If you look at the bottom, the southern hemisphere is the bottom of the globe.
Right.
So if it's a flat Earth, the stars would all be the same.
I see what you're saying. Interesting. Okay. All right.
Don't understand science. They're not those are not intelligent people.
Can we call you
People
dumb
have done a
being
lot of
scientist?
research, though. Science is only science until people start asking better questions, and then science expands, right? People have done a lot of research, though. Science is only science until people start asking better questions.
Yes. What is dumb to you? Because, like I said,
Or dumb to me.
But this person put
And that the
10,000
Earth's
hours.
core is not magma.
What happens if this person put 10,000 hours, which makes him a master?
Listen, I gotta be willing to understand, okay, to be a good channel owner, to understand that other people are gonna have different opinions of what I grew up with or what I've learned in my 55 years. You know what I mean? You gotta accept that because if you don't, you're gonna run into these issues that it is back and forth that that makes no sense. Because afterwards, you go back and look at it, and be like, you know what? This all started over some bullshit, over an opinion. So yeah, you got to be a little bit patient. You know what I mean? Tolerant. Yeah.
Yeah, but
One person with $10,000 does not match thousands of other scientists with just as much hours saying the opposite. Like, why do you rest your faith in one person instead of a whole entire team of humans all working on the same problem, coming to the same conclusion independently, which is what science is?
Jeff, I'm trying to explore this idea with you, and you just keep on interrupting. Right? Like, this is what the chat wants. I don't want to see the conversation.
Shit.
I want to move
Yeah.
on.
Oh, see, I see where it started. I see. You cannot tell Jeff. You keep interrupting. Yeah, I can see it now. Mr. B says you can see the Polaris North Star below the equator unless you have a elevated position. Okay, didn't know that. Thank you, Mr. B.
Interrupting. So I don't.
No. Well, if I meant let's just end the stream.
Shut up! I didn't tell you to shut up. No, I didn't. I asked you to stop. I asked you to stop. All I asked you to do was pick up those 3 little pieces.
No. Well, if I meant let's just end the stream.
I would have been beat if I was that child.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, Marie, I gotta agree with Flaky J. You sound really good. You know what I mean? It's good.
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
I would
Go
have
ahead.
been beat if that was me as a child. I would have been thrown around the living room and decapitated.
You know who did that? My sister. My sister did a lot of the supermarket, throwing herself on the floor, dragging herself.
I would have dared talk to my mum like that because
Yeah.
she'd pick up the nearest thing and be hurtling towards my head.
Yeah.
Then, after I got a beating from my mum, she would have said, wait till your dad gets to you.
Same here. See, wait till your dad gets home. So yeah, it was double beatings for me if I did that. For
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
You. It doesn't seem like I get. No, it doesn't seem like I get respect.
Let's just end the stream.
But it doesn't seem like I get respect from you because what you just did.
No. Well, if I meant let's just end the stream.
Throwing a tantrum to see how best friend reacts.
Man.
Because you've been on my stream long enough to know this is how I have my conversations. If it's interrupting to you, then let's end the stream because it's not interrupting any other time I do it. It's only interrupting right.
So the threatening of ending the stream does nothing for me. If I'm on a panel, Paul and Marie, and somebody says, "Well, I'm going to end the stream because what you just said, I disagree with, and I'm angry at the way you came at me," I would say, "Well, end your fucking stream. That's not how does that hurt anybody? That you hurt it yourself. It's kind of stupid. You know what I mean?"
I'll just say, go ahead, mate.
Yeah, go ahead. Child, you know what I mean? It's like, what? Who's he hurting with that but himself? You know what I mean? So
now, when the conversation is not going the way you want it to go, suddenly I'm interrupting. But I've been you can go back and watch the fucking stream. I have been conversing the same way the whole time, and it was never interrupting until just now. So why wasn't why was it not interrupting the first 2 hours we were doing the stream? I didn't do anything differently.
That's an extremely hard situation to have a kid crying that way. I mean, I probably would leave the store and come back at a later time. You know what I mean? That's a difficult one because obviously it's annoying people around you and stuff like that, and people are not tolerant of that type of stuff. I've seen it happen. I just kind of try to ignore it the best I can. But
I mean,
you can get into a lot of arguments with people, quite a few people in the supermarket.
To quote The Simpsons, "Oh, that's a paddling."
That's a what?
That's a paddling.
A paddling. Okay, I got you.
No. Well, if I meant let's.
I mean, do you, obviously sometimes, most of the time when something like this happens is that kid wants something, right? Usually sweets, candy or something. So do you give in and,
No, you
just,
give him a smack straight there and then. Shut it, you brat.
well, you give him a spanking.
You give him a spanking there and you go, oi, pack it in, you little shit.
Let's just end the stream. I was talking over you. I was cutting you off. I was interjecting just like I am now, but suddenly it's interrupting. But I am not doing anything differently than I haven't done the.
Mr. Beast funny as shit. He says, I saw a kid doing that in his store once, and I asked him, "What are you crying about? You don't have to pay for anything." He shut up.
I think it's maybe it's a good job I'm not a parent, because I was trying to say I would have killed them by now if they'd done that to me in the shop.
You know what? My kids, thank God, weren't like that. They wouldn't, make scenes like that in stores. So I'm blessed that way. But I don't know if I would have. I don't know what I would have done. I probably would, like I said, I probably would have just left the store with the kid and come back at a later time. But yeah,
found a barrel of
whole
water.
stream. So why? All of a sudden, is it something different?
The earlier stream, we weren't even having this type of conversation.
You can go watch the stream. We were cooperative overlap. We were cooperative overlapping. We were cooperative overlap. We were cooperative overlapping, which is a conversational style that I've covered on this stream before. Turn taking is one form of having a conversation. Everybody knows I don't do that conversation. Everybody knows Everybody knows Everybody knows I don't do that style of conversation. I do the overlapping style, and suddenly you're trying to reframe it as interrupting. I'm trying to understand why. When it wasn't interrupting for 2 whole hours, I haven't done it.
And I'm gonna repeat this, and I know you've heard me say this before, Paul. That one of the reasons I never went up to Jeff's panel, and I don't think I ever would, is because of this. He would have brought out a really bad side of me, and to talk like that to, like a child, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's something that I don't take very well. He likes to kind of degrade you to a point that I don't know who would say, that guy, I don't know why he didn't just jump the fuck off and left him screaming on his own, but I would have just jumped the hell off.
I can understand that, but also an overlapping style is interrupting people.
Yes,
it's
absolutely.
overlapping somebody.
Yeah, same thing. Overlapping, speaking over. You can avoid that if anything. You know what I mean? Me and you, sometimes we overlap each other, but we kind of catch each other. Well, he's trying to say something. Yeah. It's easy to really handle. It's not that hard.
It's part of the discussion. When you realize somebody's doing it, then you stop. No matter who's just saying it, you let the person speak first, or maybe it's I'm just a bit more politer than some people.
Right. Exactly. You know what I mean? It happens in these type of formats. You know what I mean? People are going to over talk each other.
Anything differently, and now you're trying to make out like I'm interrupting and I'm doing something negative when I haven't changed a single thing that I've been doing.
Jeff, you're shouting. This is definitely different than earlier.
I don't care if you think I'm shouting.
Turn off the internet. Oh! I'm going to tell him to turn it off. Bill, you can turn off the internet. It's off. Oh my God! If we could turn it back. What are you doing? You're not turning it back on. He just ran over the router.
Oh! Who ran over the router?
That's when my dad wouldn't have gave me he would have actually proper punched me and beat me if I'd done that. The police would be called too.
Yeah, I think police officers would have been called. Yeah, my kids.
Man, let's just end the stream. If I meant, let's just end the stream. That has nothing to do. I don't care.
Another thing that I've noticed, You could be the most educated person in the world. I mean, have all types
Yeah.
of degrees and masters. It goes all out the window if you can't communicate. Am I right?
It's very true. I mean, some of the smartest people in the world are the worst communicators.
Right.
Because they've been at school for so long. I think it's because they've been at school for so long.
Yeah.
That they haven't taken a job where they learn to interact with people.
Yeah. I mean,
If that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to, listen, if you want to put out there whatever idea, opinion out there, you got to be able to communicate that in a way that and agree to disagree sometimes, and it's not being a pussy to back off and say, you know what, maybe you're right, and just move on to a different fucking topic. You know what I mean? It's not that difficult.
I heard that Jeff went for a job at McDonald's. Yeah.
No, I think this is bullshit. Is this true
Oh,
or not?
right.
I don't know.
Okay. So if it's bullshit, I would say the high paced catering for somebody who loses his temper quickly is not the best place for him.
You imagine this guy working in McDonald's would be fries everywhere, cheeseburgers.
If he
on
worked
the
with me
wall.
if he worked with me as a chef and he's done that type of thing as a chef, as one head chef found out, I was willing to take him outside and kick the fuck out of him.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, in a workplace, especially, you can't have these spurs.
No, you can't. You cannot have that at all.
Especially dealing with people. If you're working in grocery stores, if you're working as a bartender or anything
Hold
like
on.
that.
Sorry,
yeah,
I'm going to cut you off for a second, Angel. See you
Okay.
later, Mr. B.
All right, Mr. B. He's out. Okay.
Yeah, Mr. B's going. Sorry, carry on.
All right. Let's continue on.
What you think about the way I'm expressing myself right now. The thing I'm saying is accurate. I have not been having my conversation any differently than I have for the past 2 hours and 47 minutes. But you're trying to make it seem like the way I'm having the conversation now is somehow different, but you didn't say anything about it for 2-something hours, and all of a sudden you want to comment about how it's interrupting. And I'm wondering why you didn't say anything for 2 hours, and now all of a sudden you're changing it to interrupting. Why is it interrupting now when it wasn't for 2 hours?
Please do. I'd rather die. No!
Okay, Angel, can you stop here?
Yeah.
Okay.
The
Do you
kid
see
running
this
down the
video?
street.
I've seen this video for real.
Yeah.
This person got caught being a chomo.
Really? No.
Yeah, and he's running away from the hunters.
Oh shit!
He actually got caught on a hunting thing.
And he's running and screaming like a bitch like that. Oh my god!
Yeah, he's not mentally all there.
Oh my god! No kidding.
Yeah, he got caught. They caught him. He spurred out in the shop, and that's him running away. And wait to see what happens next.
Oh, that's great. Marie just jumps off. Okay.
Yeah.
Yaucano is a type of coffee. He's in the chat. It's a Spanish. I think it's Puerto Rican coffee actually. So
Okay.
I don't remember who that is. He's saying hi to me, but Merry Christmas. All right, let's continue on. I got another half hour.
Please.
Oh my god! I'd be kicking the shit out of him.
Yeah, but you got to remember, mate. He's
Why is it interrupting now? When
he was Asian, by the way. Was he Asian?
Yeah, no. Yeah, he was Asian, but I don't think he was mentally all there.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, something.
But still, does not give him an excuse to do what he done. What he
Yeah,
done
you get no
was-
passes. You get no
yeah,
passes.
What, yeah, you don't get no. What he done, he was texting a.
Yeah.
I can't remember if it's a.
Yeah.
12-year-old boy or 12-year-old girl he was supposed to be texting.
Oh, yeah, it's gross stuff. Gross stuff.
Yeah,
They belong
gross.
under the jail, like I always say.
when it wasn't for 2 hours.
This is the best bit.
Oh!
No, the conversation changed.
Oh my
The
god!
conversation and
He
talking
told
changed.
this car and got
Your whole
arrested.
attitude changed.
But
and your
the
whole-
conversation has
and you
been
started
changing for
cussing.
2 hours. The
You started
conversation went
cussing.
all over the place.
No,
So even that's not
made that
different.
personal,
What's
right?
different about this particular part of the conversation? Because when I zoom out and I look at the last 2.5 hours, what you're saying about this one part of the conversation applies to all the rest of the stuff too. So what is different? What are you reacting to about this particular part of the conversation?
Well,
Because in my mind, it's no different than what we've been saying for 2 hours.
for one, Jeff. Well,
Because in my mind, it's no different than what we've been saying for 2 hours.
I'm not part of the family? No.
You
don't act like you're not
This
part
one.
of the family.
Hey, do you want something again?
Because in my mind, it's no different than.
Oh my! What'd you say, Paul?
Yeah. So this one here,
Uh-huh.
that's actually a skit. That's actually a YouTube skit. That's not a real Spurg out. They actually done this for YouTube.
Oh, okay. That's a chat. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Lord. And you're filming?
I think it
Because
was
in my
called-
mind, it's no different.
I do. I want a game. Well, you want a game, but you got to get a job while you do it too. That way you get out of your room for a little while, then you get a job. You've been out of school 3 months now. I mean, it's gonna be my job. I do it. I'm really good at it.
What's different about?
Hey, don't forget to hit the link on top. I got YouTube Cars and Lars pinned up on top. If go visit his channel, there's a lot more content where this came from. So he has a bunch of great edited videos. So go watch them.
About this particular part of the conversation.
I do it. I'm really good at it.
When I zoom out and I look at the last 2.5 hours.
I think that
When I zoom out and I look at the last 2.5 hours. When I zoom out and I look at the last 2.5 hours.
Nobody's gonna hire me. Yes, they will. There's plenty of people who don't understand. A lot of people have seen us.
I haven't done anything differently, and now you're trying to make out like I'm interrupting and I'm doing something negative when I haven't changed a single thing that I've been doing.
Like some people are dealing with shit. Okay? And I come on here and I'm like trying to like be entertaining for you, but I'm miserable inside and like I don't know.
What you're saying about this one part of the conversation.
What side are you on? Haven't I been paying you for the last year?
What is different? What are you reacting to about this particular part of the
He's
conversation?
the one that's causing it, and I don't care who's causing it.
What are you reacting to about this particular part of
What keeps happening over and over and over again?
I know, and I'm trying. I'm trying to get better.
No, Yakuna, what's going on? There's a little bit of spamming going on in the chat, and I've told people to not to spam the chat. You know, it's sometimes it could be annoying. So don't spam the chat. Okay, all right. Hey, YouTube Cars in here. Why is Paul buzz killing the video? This video is the Jesus. We knew it was scripted. Jeez. Okay.
Well, one,
Because in my mind, it's no different than what we've been saying for 2 hours.
for one, Jeff.
Like, why do you rest your faith in one person?
What do you want? You want cartoon? Beta, you had enough today. No, you've seen enough cartoon for today. Enough. Enough, Beta. Enough. Enough for today. Beta, enough for today.
I didn't know you were special like this. Oh, I did it!
Which is what science is.
Jeff, I'm trying to explore this idea with you, and you just keep on interrupting, right? Like, this is what the chat wants. I don't want this conversation. I want to move on.
Yeah, you said that last time, and it still hurts like crap.
Entire team of humans all working on the same problem.
How old did you say you were?
I don't care if you think I'm shouting.
For one, Jeff, the one thing you said was that we were having cooperative overlapping. This is Jeff talking. This is not cooperative overlapping.
That's what this conversational style is. When it's not the turn-taking style, it's the kind where people kind of talk over each other and come in while other people are talking. The kind that happens.
It's basically a flex. This is my fucking channel, and I'm gonna talk over you, and I'm gonna, this is basically what he's doing. So okay, yeah.
The rule is don't interrupt him while he's interrupting you.
Right. There you go. There you go. There you go.
on the stream, the kind I have done multiple streams explaining and educating people about, and educating people about. So the norm for this stream is that conversations can overlap, which means people will talk at the same time, they'll cut people off, they'll overlap each other. That is nothing new for this stream. So why all of a sudden is it being presented as interrupting when it's no different than any other day on the stream, but now you're trying to make it into something.
You literally asked me before, if you're interrupting, please let me know. And when I do let you know when you're interrupting, you all of a sudden put it on me that you're interrupting.
But I'm just trying to understand why you're saying that I'm interrupting now when I've been doing the same thing for 2 hours. Like, why are you just now calling it interrupting when you? So in other words, you let me interrupt for 2 hours and didn't say anything, and now you're pretending, oh, you told me to tell you when I'm interrupting. So 2 hours later, I'm finally telling you, hey, Leggy.
You're not listening.
And now you're pretending, oh, you told me to tell you when I'm interrupting. So 2 hours later, I'm finally telling you. So 2 hours later, I'm finally telling you. So 2 hours later, I'm finally telling you.
What did I say? The conversation.
This is not anger, WASF.
Yeah,
I don't need anger management. Oh, you told me to tell you when I'm interrupting. So not anger. This is frustration and not understanding what's going on because it feels like he's running some kind of bullshit game. Because what he's doing is he's saying that I'm interrupting after 2 hours of me doing the same thing. All of a sudden, 2 hours later, he's all of a sudden problematizing it and making it seem like I'm doing something that's contributing negatively to the conversation. When for 2 hours, I've been doing the same exact thing and it was not a problem until just now. And I'm trying to understand what's different about just now that suddenly causes it to be interrupted.
I told you that. Did you hear what I said?
You said something about the topic changed.
No. I said that we're not doing cooperative.
What's different about the last 10 minutes of conversation that was not?
Let me see. Is Jeff interrupting and cussing at me and using cuss words? Which he
I didn't curse. I didn't cuss at you. What did I say?
You said fuck. You said, what the fuck? You literally changed your whole tempo. And
So-
deny that? The chat even.
So, okay, what you're saying is it's some non-verbal factor.
You said fuck. You said, what the fuck? You literally changed your whole tempo.
So, okay, what you're saying is it's some non-verbal factor.
Is Jeff interrupting and cussing at me and using cuss words? You said fuck.
Okay, what you're saying is it's some non-verbal factor.
You said fuck.
Okay, what you're saying is it's some non-verbal factor, because if you go map out the conversation, the actual form of the conversation has not changed one bit. So you're reacting to something in my tone of voice or a curse word or something non-verbal, but you're not reacting to the actual act of interrupting because I've been doing that for 2.5 hours.
No.
Yes, go back and watch the stream and count how many times you talk, and then I come in and say something while you're talking. And welcome, Leggy.
Congratulations on your cooperative overlapping right now. Before, we were doing cooperative overlapping. Now we're not, Jeff. That's the difference.
Yes, this is still overlapping.
But it's not cooperative.
I did an entire stream on this. You can go watch it and educate yourself.
Okay, so
I don't think you're being straight with me.
That whole thing that I'm educating people, I think I got a little problem with that. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, I mean, yeah.
When you especially when you act like this and you call yourself some type of a teacher or professor of something, what are we actually learning from this? You know what I mean? Go ahead.
If it was my tutor, I wouldn't learn nothing from him. I'd walk away.
Exactly.
But also, again, he says non-verbal. Isn't swearing at somebody verbal?
Yes, it is. It is. This is not communicating on a channel. This is if somebody, a new subscriber, goes to the channel and here, looks at the title of the channel and says, okay, let me go in here, let me go check this out, and sees this and says, oh, who's that? Is that the channel owner? Oh, and yeah, I think that person will never hit the panel and say, hell no, I'm not going up there. I'm going to get mistreated by this fucking guy. So
Also,
yeah.
he didn't use the sign language with the middle finger or the two fingers or any other swearing sign language you can do.
Right.
He actually said it. So him going, it's non-verbal. Well,
yeah,
it is verbal.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty much.
I think something happened in the conversation that you're having a reaction to, and you're not able to articulate what that something is. And I don't think it has anything to do with the fact that I've been talking while you're talking, because I've been doing that for 2.5 hours. I think you're trying to make something seem like interrupting, but I don't think that's what the real issue is. I think the issue is something other than the fact that I've been talking while you're trying to talk, because that's been happening for almost 3 hours straight. I don't trust that you're telling me what the real problem is. That's why I...
wanna hold your hand inside.
I experience mania as part of my mental illness, and sometimes it gets me so upset that I tend to yell and get angry at people for absolutely no reason at all. With people online and in real life.
Oh, fuck you. Well, there's anger and irritability.
Raising your voice in a disagreement doesn't lead to an increased understanding.
You can stop yelling at your people.
That's why I keep.
That's one of your faults, Jeff. You assume on people, and that's one of your faults.
I'm telling you what it looks like from my end.
I literally was the most straightforward person I can be. That's one of your faults, Jeff. You assume on people, and that's one of your faults.
What makes that instant different than all the other times that happened on the street? I have not gotten an answer to that question.
This is the last time I repeat it. We were not doing cooperative overlapping, and you were.
Then what makes it different? You can't tell me what's different about it.
What's different is because you were.
You said I used a curse word and my tone of voice or something.
That was it, Jeff. You were not cooperative overlapping. And then you went negative.
That's subjective. That's you feeling like I went negative. But none of that helps me understand what actually happened on my end. Because in my mind,
and raising of your voice and the way he's doing it, this is bad communication skills, right? This is not the way you're going to get your point across by badgering somebody over some dumb shit. Because if you look back, it's nothing. It's over nothing, Paul.
Well, to be honest, he's made a lot of mistakes with his channel.
Yeah, all right.
He has made a lot of mistakes, and this is one of the mistakes you got to. Is one of the mistakes you got to learn from. This here.
But the hope is that he grows and he looks back at this if he wants to grow and if he wants to expand his channel. He has to. One of the things he has to work on is his fucking communication skills, I think. Anyway.
And the way he comes across, when you have a panel there and you're talking, you can't say, "Oh, this is the style here; it's overlapping." No, that's called interrupting. Let the person finish.
Interrupting, exactly. Call it what it is.
Yeah. Then rebuke him if you think he said something wrong.
Yeah. I mean, call it what it is. Don't dress it up with a fancy word. And you're interrupting. It's your fucking channel, and you're basically saying what you want to say and how you want to say it, and that's all. But don't try to fancy it up.
Seriously, hate people use flowery words.
Yeah.
If
call it what it is.
You understand it is for flowery words. Just say it as it is, and keep that. Just because you use these long words doesn't make you any more intelligent than the person talking.
Great point. Great point.
Conversation just completely broke down and went off the rails, and I have no idea what happened. So again, if you don't like my emotions, then leave.
Can you guys just freaking get along for 5 minutes? What are you doing?
You just clapped and said that was it. That's what was different.
Yeah,
So
I clapped that you recognize your emotions changed.
is that what the difference is?
And that is not the same emotion you present at the beginning of the
The only one that can tell me, because you're the one that started with the interrupting thing. And all I'm trying to find out is why all of a sudden you're saying that was interrupting when it wasn't for 3 hours.
I forgot about that lady in the bottom.
You forget about that lady? She's actually pretty hot.
I completely forgot about her. This whole back and forth. I forgot she was on panel. Her name's Angeline Joy.
Yeah. If I was her, I would just walk away.
I don't know how I'm surprised she's still up there for sure.
And I still haven't gotten a clear answer to that. What's up, Leggy?
I can't explain it better than myself. I can't explain it better than Jeff. I thought I did the best.
Hang on, I'm trying to listen to Leggy. He just talked on the panel.
Miss Joy? How are you, Miss Joy?
Thank you, Leggy.
How are you? I don't want to talk to you two. You two are arguing. You guys are
but
done.
Joy,
I want to talk to her, but she's muted. So
yeah, she's muted.
Two hours until all of a sudden he said I was interrupting. And in my mind, I wasn't doing anything different.
So
and then when I asked him why all of a sudden that was interrupting, I never got an answer. And then it escalated from there. It became about my emotions. It became about, I said a curse word. It became about all kind of stuff that had nothing to do with what I was trying to understand about the communication breakdown. And so I think we're at a deadlock.
You'll love that bit of guitar music.
Hey, Dick Inside Dumb. What's going on, Dick Inside Dumb?
there's a bunch of things that play into it.
Well, what word in this situation do you
Well,
think
I mean,
it was?
I don't know. I came up as
Well,
you were saying
to me, you're saying that for a reason. There was something about what you observed.
No, I'm saying in general, like in general conversation. See, you're getting hung up on the word. See, you're proving my point right there. Jeff.
Yep,
You're getting
you just
hung up
proved your
on.
point.
You're getting hung on the words that I.
No,
said.
what I'm trying to understand, and I feel like nobody's being direct with me. They're talking around it. They're being vague. They're being general. If you have a very specific observation about something you've noticed, that's what I'm trying to find out. And it's like I'm trying to get answers, and nobody's being direct with me, and it's very frustrating.
Leggy directly said to you he was being.
No, I asked him what word. He's like, I'm just being. He wouldn't say any particular
yeah,
word.
Exactly. He literally told you he was being general. He literally told you.
Right, and I'm asking for specifics. So do you see the disconnect already?
There's no specific to general. You know
I'm talking with Leggy. Leggy would be the one.
Oh, this dude is having a bad fucking day, Paul. He's having a moment that's lasted about what? A good 45 minutes to an hour. Jeez.
To answer all this, not you. It was his observation.
I'm gonna head out, you guys. Have a good night.
Take care, Angela.
Oh, she left. She left.
To the show today. Thank you.
She's gone. Damn, the eye candy's gone.
The poor girl with the sweet voice, with the baby voice, said, "You know what? I had enough."
I would have left. I mean, I would have done the same. It was only
I
more.
would have jumped off. No,
Only
it's not
more
worth it.
curiosity would have kept me on there, mate.
I mean, your furniture at this point, when two people are going at it like that, and it's, you know, you can't get a word in. Yeah, it's nothing to be. Why do you want to stay up there for? For what?
Yes, but I'm trying to understand, and my assumption is that the two of you would want me to understand. If you don't, if this is just some inside joke between the two of you, and y'all don't really want me to understand, some inside joke between the two of you, and some inside joke between the two of you, and some inside joke between the two of you, and some inside joke between the two of you, and y'all don't really want me to understand, there's no point of having the conversation. I thought y'all were wanting me to try to understand what was going on as well. And I understand through asking questions. That's the best way for me to understand.
Okay. I said in general, not necessarily in this chat, because I just got here. I did say that.
And then you went and assumed more, Jeff.
No, I was asking questions the whole time. So don't accuse me of doing something I'm not doing.
Well, did you not listen to what he said? I'm asking us a nice question because he literally told you what he said.
I'm doing just fine talking with Leggy on my own.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I thought you saw the whole thing, and you saw specific details that might have contributed to it.
No.
Okay.
I think he's a little bit paranoid there.
With that being said, I have seen
me too.
Words that have caused you to.
Hey, Merry Christmas, Nova.
A little rant per se. Like
hey, Nova.
What's that word? Starts with the S. What the fuck do you say?
See, Nova's got a title too, Angel.
What the fuck did you say? You didn't like
she has a
title. Yeah, she's Lady of the North and Winterfell.
Does she? No,
yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, Nova is the Lady of the North and Winterfell now.
Yeah. I think I want to claim that I called her Lovely Nova back. I could have heard it from somebody else saying it. But I've always called her the Lovely Nova. Nova Christmas, where's she at? I just missed her. All right, let's continue on. A lot of spurging going on up here, Nova.
Starts with an S. It's on the tip of my tongue here. Yep. Talks about like it's kind of like erratic behavior type shit, like same lines of that. What the fuck?
Spurging?
Yeah, like spurging.
Oh no, I love that word.
Wow. Maybe wow. I don't know. Different word or something. But spurging, there's a word. You know what I mean? Though there would be people that will get all fucking bent out of shape.
Yeah.
The same thing, getting hung up on a word. You know what I mean? Or like the Eminem thing. Mike's alone getting hung up on me making the Eminem comment, or the AA joke, or like you know what I mean? Certain things. That's what I mean. Like you know, what I mean?
A lot of us, a lot of us have different triggers and different words that are going to affect us more than other words. And I think
sometimes I also feel like you think people judging your.
If I have to go to a panel and I have to walk on eggshells, I'm not going. Yes. I'm not doing that. I am not putting aside I gotta go. I gotta be on panels that I'm comfortable on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know, and it's not realistic. Sometimes things do jump off, and people, you know what I mean. It depends on what type of guest you're having up or whatever. But realistically, if I respect the channel owner, and I know that it's not gonna, the channel owner so I can take it from a guest, but the channel owner has to kind of earn my trust and not a spurg on me, and then not even an apology at the end. It's just, oh, it's this, it's that, it's the condition he's in or whatever. I think this is it's
The
a lot.
thing I've learned from coming from this sector here, and still learning, is you've got to be stoic.
Pretty much.
If somebody keeps on being a bit of a, let's use the word prick on your chat,
yeah,
you've got to be stoic to ban them, or to not ban them if they say something really bad, but also to ban them for a day.
Yeah, you gotta have some type of control, obviously. You know
You've
what I
got
mean?
to have some type of control.
Yeah, for sure.
You got to be like stoic. You got to be like
yeah,
and listen to people. If somebody's on the panel and they disagree with you, you've got to listen to their point of view.
Yeah, you got to be tolerant sometimes of and these type of conversations that he has over there. Over here is a lot more fun. It's a lot more laid back. But if you're gonna have conversations, serious conversations like he has over there, you got to be more tolerant because people have different opinions. They're serious topics. I get it. So, but you got to be able to take the good and the bad. You know what I mean?
And
As you're running your channel, you got to understand. Well, you want everybody to agree with you, so it's going to be a boring fucking panel. Then, if you want everybody to agree with you, there's going to be some arguments. You know what I mean? So,
and if you're going to run a panel like Jeff's, you've got to listen to everybody's point of view. You cannot overlap.
It's going to happen.
It's different if you're having a friendly chat and when you realize what you're doing, then you stop. But he doesn't stop. He carries on and he says, "This is my channel. I'll do what I want." Okay, that's fair enough. That is your channel. You can do whatever you want. But when a person's giving their time to be your content, you could just listen to them.
Yeah, he's like a freight train. When he gets into his spur, he's like a freight train. There's no stopping him. So
some people, I feel like sometimes you think people are judging. You think people are fucking with you when they're really not.
Well, not my IQ, but sometimes I do. Yeah, sometimes it does seem that way, especially when they're not direct. Because that's what dispels that impression for me. When someone can have just a straightforward, direct conversation. And the thing that started today is Philip suddenly started to describe what I was doing as interrupting. And he never once said it was interrupting. It became interrupting. Suddenly interrupting when it wasn't anything different than I was doing the whole stream. Yeah, no, this has happened several times. Nothing stopped you from talking. Don't accuse me of not letting you talk. I didn't stop you from talking. See, that's what I don't like, when people accuse me of things I'm not doing and lie on me.
But he did, though. He's overlapping
with that
people.
being said, because I had a different.
What was that, Paul?
He does, though. He overlaps people. When you overlap somebody, it stops them talking because they don't feel like they're being listened to.
Yeah. Well, one of the things I hear him say all the time, something he said to me, that people lie on him, and that's basically, I've heard him say it a couple of times, that people lie on him, meaning that people lie about him, and he said the same thing when I had my argument with him, that I lied on him when I reacted to Seniors and Saul's video. My opinions were based on a video. So he said I lied on him. So whatever that fucking means.
Well, he seems to have a very high importance of himself.
Yeah, he does. I think he really does.
View of that, you automatically went to, I must not understand how science works. Even though I've never failed a science class. I've never got below a B in science when I was in school a day in my life.
Everybody knows I don't do that style of conversation. I do the overlapping.
Dude, freaking wow. Stop freaking betraying me. I'm on your team. Stop freaking betraying me.
That kid has got issues too.
Dude, okay. Stop. It's a freaking piece of crap that doesn't cook. Mom! Answer me! Oh my freaking God! I've had it in here. Look, the box says 2 freaking minutes.
Is this guy? Is he like 17? He needs to be fucking working and stop screaming at his fucking mother like that. What the hell? Spoiled fucking brats.
It's been in there for 7, and it's still cold.
I don't do that style of conversation.
I remember this. I remember this. God.
That kid has definitely got major behavioural issues.
Die.
Wow.
You'll never see me again.
I think.
I will call it an exorcist, a priest.
I think he needs a young priest
exorcism.
and an old priest of holy water, mate.
Holy water.
Power of Christ can build you. The power
He's a power wash of holy water for sure.
Or maybe he needs a McNugget. I don't know.
Something.
Is this what you want? Ready my life. Ready my life.
That's not natural. I think he really is, Jose.
That's a bad spirit. He needs a priest.
I think he does need a priest. I'd be calling them on the phone right now. Father McNaughty, get your ass down here, mate.
Shit. It's too funny.
I don't know. I plan to ignore any recommendation.
The person they depend on the most is the person they treat the worst.
It's Mike sexually harassing me.
They're homosexual.
Hey, maybe it's game the girls away. You never know.
They're gay. They're putting a fucking dildo next to my head. They're
we
gay.
talked about it already.
Yeah, but they're gay, man. You don't do that. That's gay.
There's nothing wrong with them being gay.
I'll keep on saying.
They're gonna burn in hell.
I'll keep on saying this, Angel.
Oh my God.
3 little pieces.
Yeah.
No. Well, if I meant, let's just end the stream.
Raising your voice in a disagreement doesn't lead to an increased understanding. No amount of volume will turn confusion into clarity.
This is great advice, by the way, Paul. Let's listen to this.
Intelligence and insight aren't born from forceful words. They are discovered through thought and open dialogue. Louder doesn't mean wiser. Intensifying your voice doesn't strengthen your argument. Clear communication is in the content of your words, not the decibel level in which you speak it. True learning happens in calm moments where ideas are exchanged with respect and patience.
Pretty good.
This one's really good. I just love like watching the video. Oh Jesus, no!
This is genius though. This is good stuff.
Wir sind, da geht's immer vorwärts. Und der Teufel, der lacht nur dazu. Wir kämpfen für Deutschland, wir kämpfen für Hitler, der Bund, der kommt nicht mehr zurück.
I do love that tank. That was from the Russian front. That was a Russian tank taking out to the German. I recognise the style, but
that was so
that's
fucking
neither here
good.
or there. It was a good video. Brilliant.
It's one thing to watch it over there, which I always recommend people to go to. By the way, shout out to Senior Citizen Sal. He's been making these drawings lately. He's been chilling with his content. Great stuff. Great stuff. He's editing himself, drawing. I think it's which I want to look into. I want to do some type of it's not finger painting. It's called something else. But my daughter does it a lot, so I want to probably start doing that. But so shout out to Citizens of Silence content, and shout out to Kane's Kane Catharsis.
Yeah, that's
and
it.
who else is us here as channel owners? You just shout out to Paul Morrison, obviously. But go ahead, Paul. What you saying?
Yeah, it's just a couple of points. He had to laugh at Mike calling everybody gay, but he was the one that let his girlfriend peg him.
That's true.
That is not from me figuring that out. That he actually came onto a panel and he actually said that, and I was thinking, why would you honestly admit that? You know,
Why would you even say that, man? Don't. Yeah, I don't. He Mike admits to a lot of things, and then he denies as one of his traits that he deny. Even if you said it a minute ago, denied all the way.
Jeff does mean, like I said, it's always up to the person to run their channel. It's your channel. It's your house, technically. But you've got to remember that these people you're coming in are giving you their time and content too.
Especially panelists, people that come up and are gonna have a debate with you, or you know what I mean. Those people, especially, you gotta have some type of patience and expect that. Or like I said earlier, do you want everybody to agree with you and hold hands and sing kumbaya? That's the type of panel that you want. When you're talking about racism, when you're talking about topics that are very touchy. So yeah, if that's you can't have it both ways.
He's also got this self-importance about him. He's been on like other channels, and he's trying to tell them how and what to do for their channels, and not what to do, but how to. Like, you should be listen. Don't interrupt me on this thing. You're on somebody else's channel. This is not yours. No. It's like Kane Catharsis. He left because Kane didn't give him a wrench.
Yeah, I heard about that.
What do you do? Whippy, I haven't got a wrench.
Yeah, but I also remember him going up to manager, can I have a wrench because there's a soccer account in your chat that so what? So fucking what? I mean, Kane went ahead and gave it to him, but it wasn't such a. It wasn't a. I wouldn't have gave him one. I would have been like, yeah, deal with it. It's not that bad. You know what I mean? There's always going to be soccer counts. You know what I mean? There's nothing you can do about soccer counts.
No, but you can.
And a wrench is not going to take the soccer because you give somebody a wrench. It doesn't automatically mean that the soccer counts are going to go away. That's not the answer to that.
No.
So, yeah. But that self-importance thing, I think what you said about the self-importance thing, I think it's validated for sure. I think that.
On Kane, that's on my original. That's on my. Hold on, let me get this right. My channel hasn't got a wrench on your channel, this channel, what I'm talking to now, but my own personal account has. So I just want to clear that up.
Okay, good stuff.
But I'm not complaining. I don't complain about that because it's not. I'm not running his channel. It's up to him. It's up to other people how to run their channel.
I think it looks cringy. I think anybody, the general rule is that if you own a channel and I own a channel, we can give each other wrenches. And that is not always necessarily like that, because I go to channels sometimes and there's channel owners there that won't give me, but I'm not going to cry about it. I'm not going to make a spectacle of myself. It looks so fucking weak begging for a wrench. It looks so bad. How can I get a wrench? If they give it to me, fine. If they don't, it doesn't really mean anything to me. I'll thank them if they give it to me. If they don't, I still feel the same way. I'm there for the content. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what means a lot is when you go on panel with them and you can have a decent chat, and you may disagree, but you still have a decent chat and you can go back and forward with different ideas and discussions.
Yeah.
That means more than a silly wrench.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean, if I'm enjoying the content, why do I need a wrench for? I'm still going to enjoy it with a wrench or without a wrench. It doesn't.
And
I think a lot of people put too much on wrenches. You know what I mean? It's a status symbol, or they're better than, having a wrench is better than. No, it's not. I use it for for ID purposes to make sure who's who. Bottom line, that's what I use it for. But
Also, yep. Also, if you're good at what you do, if you're good at bringing in, just talking, if you're good at talking, if you're good at discussing, if you're good at debating, a wrench doesn't mean a thing because that person's not going to take anything away from you.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, it shouldn't change. I think people that kind of go to channels and beg for wrenches or feel some type of way and start asking why they don't have a wrench, it kind of, yeah, I cringe when people do that. So I'd rather just give everybody a wrench, and if something goes left, I can always take it away or whatever. You don't have to necessarily give me one just because I give you one. That's like I said, it's a general rule, but it doesn't. You don't have to follow it. You do what you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As far as that's concerned.
Totally.
Yeah. But yeah, I want to thank everybody. Paul, thank you so much for coming up
You're
here and
very
joining me.
welcome. Thank you.
I appreciate it. I was gonna go for an hour and some minutes, but I went over a little bit. That's okay. I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. Kane Catharsis, thank you once again. I appreciate it, man. You're a cool guy. There's a new cat in town, Gen X Leggy. I don't know who the fuck that is.
No, that's
But
a new stock.
I'm gonna give him a wrench anyway. Gen X Leggy. Citizens South, thank you so much, brother. A lot of smiles this fucking year. A lot of great content this year, man. I appreciate it. I hope next year some more of the same, I guess. And shout out to YouTube Cries and Liars. I really, I have to really admit that if it wasn't for those channels, and I'm going to cover a lot of stuff moving forward next year, and I'm going to react to a lot of other stuff, but if those channels weren't there for me to kind of practice on, I wouldn't, be where I'm at. And I really appreciate the content that they put out, because I reacted to almost all the videos they put out, and it made for great practice, and it made my channel kind of have a purpose. So I do appreciate that. Don't think that I don't I won't that I haven't seen that I don't appreciate that. Don't ever think that I take it for granted or anything like that. I do appreciate everybody's content, and especially when I'm using it for my own purposes or whatever. I just don't know no other way to show my appreciation by just voicing it and sharing your links and whatever else I can do as a channel owner. But I want to thank everybody. Flaky Jake, Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to Krishna. Namaste to all the Indian subscribers, and thank you to all of the Philippine subscribers also. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I don't know when I'm coming back, to tell you the truth. I don't know if Christmas Eve. I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe Christmas Day or the day after that. I'll do a live stream, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it's good to have a break over Christmas, because it's Christmas is family time, isn't it?
Yeah, I got too much going on. I just have too much going on. Even today, I was supposed to cut it short for personal reasons, but I kept going because I was having some fun. But
cool, mate.
Yeah, but I want everybody to have a safe Christmas, man. Have a peaceful Christmas, if anything. We obviously in this community we lost Kiwi, and I want his family to know that I'm gonna keep them in my prayers, and then shout out to Vic Ferrari, just lost a friend of his too. So shout out to him too. So with that, I leave you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. God bless everybody. Hey, Marie Cook, God bless you too, sweetie. Give me a call when you can.
Yep, I'll say that too. God bless. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Namaste to the people, to peeps in India, and Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad, Prospero año. All right, I'm gonna play this song. I'll probably be right back after this. All right, guys. Peace, love, MWO.
Take care, all.
All right, thank you so much. The Queen's selection is here. Thank you. So namaste. Krishna Creation, namaste to you too. Thank you so much. Hit the like button for Angel Newfound Life. I appreciate you guys. See you later, guys. Peace, love, MWO for life.